5 seconds.
Oh, why is pausing not working because I'm not on the screen? I'm at 10, so just let me know when you're there and I'll go.
All right. All right, I'm at 10 now.
3, 2, 1, go. All
Yeah.
right.
Sorry, I just want to chime in. Andrew said he got Persians because he ran out of time with the Civ draft. I feel you. That's happened to me before.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't set custom times for those. I wish you could. It'd suck at like 30 seconds or 45 seconds, whatever the default is. But let me show everyone here the stream and the game. We have Andrew here with a Magyar's personal favorite selection on this map, as well as Thesleepinggoose with Franks. And I've been talking about Franks on this map a lot. I feel like they're pretty underrated. I don't know, what is your opinion?
Yeah, Franks is just a strong Civ. It's Franks have a few bad matchups, but of course on open land maps, tons of just when the default is Cav, Franks will dominate. If you play them well, of course, the free farm bonus, the cheaper castles, people have been saying to nerf Franks for as long as AoE has existed. But the berries at home only 3 tiles, not the it's not the biggest bonus, but just generally Franks with a smoother eco is just very strong. Magyars, I'm thinking, Andrew really needs to, take advantage of that free forging and maybe snipe a few vills, take advantage of the faster feudal time and get the scouts out quicker. Otherwise, let's see how this goes.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously it's nice to have Magyars with forging, blast furnace, and iron casting for free, but when you have the additional HP for Franks being free, kind of offsets it a little bit. It's not the worst
Definitely.
exchange, obviously compared to just a generic scout, but berries are the least exciting thing on this map for Franks. I think that the way you play Franks on this map is castles and forward in your face castles. 488 stone can easily be acquired just as you're coming into Castle Age. In many situations, you could even purchase that if you really want to. Something that I know I've done to Weasel in one of our practice games. So it works out pretty well, but obviously that is a pretty significant bonus. And we already have Vills headed forward for the Thesleepinggoose. Oh, we got 2 headed out to a larger patch of berries. So definitely going out nice and early here, trying to get advantages of the bonus.
Yeah, somebody can correct me in chat if I'm wrong, but I believe even with the Franks berry bonus, Hunt is still faster.
Yeah, I think
I'm not
it
sure about
probably
that, though.
is, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that is a weird one, honestly. Unfortunately, I don't have a way of checking that at the moment either. We'll have to look at that one up, though. Katos, welcome! In this higher bracket, have you noticed any major differences in strategy choice yet? No. Not yet. This is only the 4th set that we've casted out of the 1400 bracket, and everything kinda has been following the same trajectory. We've had a really awkward Mott and Bailey game last night where we had Kumans try to douche for the second TC. That didn't work out so well. But otherwise, I don't think we've seen anything terribly different or out of the box that we didn't see in the first round. But we haven't seen a large variety of maps. Battlegrounds being the standard, and then it's been mostly lanes, nomad hubs, and now dry lake. It's really all we've seen in this one here. So
Yeah, one thing I know for sure is people don't want to pick water maps.
yeah, people are not a fan of our water maps. But as the game continues and we get to best of 5s and best of 7s, water maps, or hybrid maps, should I say, will have to be played.
Yeah, so for sure.
Which,
I know I would pick water maps just because I know not everybody's good at it.
yeah, I mean, it's something that I hate that people don't like more is water maps. I think they're great. I find them to be more entertaining sometimes. Not necessarily full water maps, but hybrid maps than just straight Arabia. But I know that I'm not in popular opinion with that statement. So I could have decided to do a full water tournament if you guys want that in the future. I'm down for that anytime, but I don't believe that will happen. So
like best of 9 team islands.
Yeah, no, like custom
10-hour stream.
Custom maps all the way. Just like straight weird hybrid generations and everything would be hilarious. But no, I think the nice part that we've kind of devised for this tournament is we have a huge selection of maps, all of which can be played to different strengths, and everyone has different opinions on different maps right now. So we've given everyone a large pool to select from that gives them the opportunity to show their strength with their map choice. So
right. Yeah, coming back to the game, we've drifted a little bit. The Thesleepinggoose coming in with almost 1 minute of idle time, while Andrew only has 20 seconds. Well, he's increasing right now. But taking advantage of the Magyar's bonus, I think I'm expecting to see scouts very soon, and Thesleepinggoose has really committed to the middle with 8 villagers. Now these could all die to Magyar scouts, since they only take out villagers in like what, 3 or 4 hits instead of the 5.
Yeah, it could be absolutely brutal here.
Yeah,
but
we can see the game end right here.
Yeah, but that said, a lot of food coming in here for both players. I mean, it's gonna depend on if we see this defended well or not for the Thesleepinggoose. Obviously, I really like that he's gone out to the middle to attempt to do this. He does have a spear out there. Will be sending his scout in that direction as well. And eventually, having this type of map control early could spiral into something really nice for yourself. But until we see if it's defendable, we'll really turn the tide here, as we already have 2 Magyar scouts out on the field.
Sure. Yeah, however, Andrew hasn't really scouted where Thesleepinggoose is taking deer.
Ooh, yeah, that's quite unfortunate. Fortunately for himself, though, he is running right in that direction right now.
Yep.
So, should be able to see it. There is 1 spear there to defend. Looks like
1 spear is, yeah, you just need another scout and you can easily take that spear out. And the spear is going back. Ooh, that's a mistake.
Yeah,
it's out of position.
Scouts are headed in there now, so at least 1 bill will go down here.
Probably 2.
Oh, and here's the turn to fight. I really don't like when people turn to fight Magyar scouts.
Yeah, I mean, only lost 1 though. It's oh yeah, it's out of position everywhere. Look at the fight.
Yeah, 2 vills down already. 3 vills down in total. And scouts going to have to come in here for the Thesleepinggoose. And honestly, 4 vills extremely low. Maybe even 1 hit, 2 hit here. And he's going to fight him. Oh no.
Oh yeah. Well, he got 2 scouts out. I mean, 2 vills for 2 scouts. Not the best trade, but what can you do? The scouts are just going to come in anyways.
Well, and he can always run away and run back there. And there's so many weak vills there. I think he will revisit that area shortly.
A range came up for Andrew.
Ooh.
That's very interesting.
Maybe thinking about switching into skirmishers for for the opponent's spears that should be coming, imagine?
Yeah, if he's not making anything yet, maybe I don't know why he made the range. Oh, he's making skirms against Franks?
Yeah, I mean he did see the spear out, so maybe he's gonna try to really press his advantage here and be a little bit more aggressive here in feudal. No spear near. I don't even know what happened to that spear. Did it go down? It must have.
Yeah, 1 spear went down for the Thesleepinggoose. Yeah, I don't agree with the skirm play. I mean, archers, that makes sense because Magyars is like fully upgraded archers.
Yeah, but we're gonna see at least 2 vills go down here in this exchange. Another nice pick off there.
Honestly, on this map, I'm now thinking this map could be really good if you're a good micro player. You should play scouts and spears. That may sometimes sound silly, but if you have really good micro, that's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, and it's one of the things that we kind of touched on last night where we saw Lithuanians on this map with the faster trash units. Obviously, only 3 relics on this map, not a big benefit from Lithuanians there, but if you're going heavily early with that additional food you start with and the faster trash, if you are one of those players that's better with microing a lot, it could take a lot of advantages here.
Yeah. Yeah, he dropped his range and only produced 1 skirm out of it. That's a lot of wood investment for no reason, really. But the farming eco, let's check. 22 for Androoo and only 14 for the Thesleepinggoose. Yeah, so Androoo is in a much better position. He'll click with the castle probably faster.
Yeah, especially the Thesleepinggoose is getting wheelbarrow right now as well, so you're gonna have a little bit more efficient eco, but obviously spending all that res, which I feel like has been really early in this tournament. And you're a higher elo player than myself, so maybe you can comment on that. I know you've watched a lot. Has wheelbarrow been coming in a bit early in your opinion?
Yeah, that's something. Maybe he was housed. Let me see. Well, not really. Wheelbarrow, I think, generally makes sense. If you, I believe when you're playing knights, wheelbarrow should probably come in before you click castle age, around 30, maybe 35 villagers. If you're playing archers, generally you don't do wheelbarrow in feudal age. So I don't necessarily disagree with this, since he has 38. That's fine. In my opinion, that's fine, because Spirit of Law did like a video before, right? Like the wheelbarrow upgrade will pay off in theory at around 43 villagers. But the main thing about wheelbarrow is always the research time.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, he's gonna be behind in villagers, and I don't know, I don't have capture age yet, but I don't believe that we saw wheelbarrow in for Androoo yet.
No, Androoo clicked wheelbarrow and he's ahead by 6 villagers. Well,
okay.
Granted, the Thesleepinggoose just clicked up. So maybe more of a 5 or 4 villager lead.
Yeah, and I mean, upgrades coming in for Cav, obviously with Franks, it's to be expected. Second stable up here as well. Some interesting scouts up on the map here for Androoo as he's scouting around the outside of the map, maybe looking for some sneak. Something that I've seen a lot of as well, and on this map, I'm just not 100% sure, but I guess in this situation, your opponent is fully walled, so you might as well scout the map.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and people in the chat are saying, people in the chat are saying Magyars could go CA here. However, this eco is not set up for CA. You have way too many on farms. With CA builds, you generally want like at most 16 farmers. And the ranges came up too early, because if you do scouts into CA, the range probably should come up. You should have 3 ranges by the time you reach castle, and all 3 of them should mostly come up when you're arriving there. And there's no fletching, so I doubt this is a CA play.
And going CA, if you're not up first, it's extremely difficult to transition into CA because you need numbers for them to be effective. And giving up the map control just now, running back home, obviously with Castle Age coming in here for the Thesleepinggoose, you know, building that CA number is going to be pretty difficult with Knights coming forward.
Yeah. And speaking of which, Androoo is going 3 stables with 2 forward stables coming up. One thing I see the Viper does in particular is when he builds 2 things, he splits up the villagers. So one build one and then the other build the other, instead of having 2 villagers build one first and then the other one in sequence. But that's a small detail that probably doesn't really matter. This may be a 1 TT.
At high levels, but at 1400 it's probably not going to be too effective.
Sure.
Thesleepinggoose is about to break in here. Does have Knights here putting some pressure on, and they do get in.
Ooh, just short. Yeah, it's when you're going 3 stables, you don't really want another TC because you can't really produce out of all 5 production buildings.
Yep.
And especially not so when the farms are idled and villas are dead.
Thesleepinggoose doing an excellent job here, though, evening out the villager count here, creating a lot of quick walls, the fail on the wood line, and these will all be downhill hits here. I mean, there he's luckily to trap the knights in, I guess, but the scouts will all die to the knights.
Yeah. Oh,
Still,
yeah. Not looking good.
It does trap the knights in rather than kill more and more vills, but yeah, Mant has been talking about monks for a while, and we have yet to see monks really play out in anything situation thus far.
Yeah, monks. I think that's a higher elo thing, especially in a knight v knight war.
Yeah.
It's very easy to get distracted with all the the micro and the raids, and people just forget about the monks.
Well,
and
monks are difficult if you're going knight and monks. With the being able to get upgrades and keep producing is going to be quite difficult at this level.
For sure, and a little bit of an overreaction from Andrew, I believe. Like when you saw 3 knights, he pulled everything back. You should probably just make 4 knights there to just clean it up.
Yeah, I mean, it does have a TC out in the middle here, and honestly, I like that TC position. It could really help him control that northern corner of the map if he continues to expand in that way, and a lot of additional golds and stones up there, so gonna be a very interesting situation here with the fights, as well as we have decent upgrades for both.
Yeah, fairly even game.
Yeah, very even. And both ecos pretty stretched right now. It looks like Andrew has just a little bit more, but I think he had the Vil lead for a little bit longer there, so...
Yeah. There's the monastery in the middle.
Yep.
So that could really help. Even one monk can make the opponent think twice about engaging.
Yeah, and potentially snagging a relic or 2, and honestly, that monastery has kind of got all 3 or 4 of around here.
Yeah,
so,
it's in the middle of all 4.
Yeah.
Perfect
Not
position.
A bad position either. 4 on this gen hitch. We'll have to look into that. Last night we had only 3 on a map. Maybe some inconsistencies there we'll need to check up on, but nevertheless, is there going to be a pikeman switch here? I saw infantry upgrades come in.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
Yeah, it's a costly thing that just doesn't seem necessary. No pikemen yet, but it did get the upgrade for defense on the spears here.
Yeah. Maybe a misclick, or what might it be? But you should just go knights here. There's nothing particularly special about Frank knights other than they get bloodlines for free, but right now it's all equal.
Yeah, and this is a really awkward fight here as he was attacking the monastery. Fighting under the TC, Monk gonna come in here. A fairly interesting exchange, only 2 scouts going down, lots of HP lost from both sides though.
Yeah.
And a second monastery here from Andrew, so...
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that's a good call. So get a few more monks, especially because he's floating gold. But generally good eco balance. I think it's a lot less outrageous than what we have seen from last game. There's no 1,000 gold, 2,000 wood floating.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew has 15, 17, 17 on wood, food, and then gold. So very, very nice distribution there. A little bit different here for the Thesleepinggoose, but still 20 on wood, 22 on food, and 15 on gold, 3 on stone. So Frank Castle in the future, and I think right in front of this town center would be a great spot for it.
Oh yeah.
2 relics already collected here for Andrew, though. That's something we have to keep an eye out for. Pikeman upgrade has completed as well, so pikes, knights, and monks against nothing but knights and a scorpion. See how many conversions we get here.
Oh, one,
You got
two. Yeah, oh, all three conversion.
That's
Yeah, that's
big.
GG right here.
Pretty big, and this is a much better engagement for Androoo here, as he's taking it under the TC, which you wouldn't necessarily find to be better, but
Oh yeah, that's game right here. It's so the Sleeping Goose had 3 TCs, but still just like 4 Vil leads, so he had a lot of idle time.
yep. And Androoo knows he's got this one, as he's attacking the TC with just knights.
Yeah.
GG comes in.
Oh yeah, we see the sensor trick where the GG gets censored.
Yeah, you gotta love their sensors in this, but well played for both. It was a very, very even game up until that fight, and obviously coming back from that situation is going to be extremely difficult.
Yeah.
Pikeman
overall, I like
more than I thought.
Yeah, just a few in there can make the opponent a bit scared. But I mean, I like how Andrew overall played this. Good equal balance, not as much idle time, and the right choices.
Yep. And he did a good job early getting a few pickoffs on this forward mill from the Sleeping Goose as well. So well played from both. Really close game, like you said, up till that fight. So looking forward to going to the Sleeping Goose's home map, which will be Nomad Hubs, I believe is what we saw there.
Yeah, let me just load in. Yeah, looking at the Civ draft here, so wow, Andrew won with his last pick against Sleeping Goose first pick. That's always a big deal, even if it's a small advantage.
Yeah, and I mean, Vikings, Persians for Andrew, Ethiopians, Lithuanians remaining here for the Sleeping Goose. If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be Lithuanians versus Vikings, I guess. But
yeah, Persians could be good. Persians, I mean, Persians is actually good, right? Because you are not afraid of getting TC dropped, and you can always TC drop another person.
Yeah, absolutely. But interesting, as I load in this game, it's actually going to be Persians.
Oh yeah, so the random actually paid off.
Yep, and I'm at 7 seconds here.
7 seconds? Okay.
Yep, sorry.
Same.
I get caught up with other things. 3, 2, 1, go. Nomad Hubs. I really want to know what your opinion is on this map now that you've seen it played out a little bit.
Yeah, and I've played a few of these Nomad Hubs as well. So a lot of people are tempted to drop next to drop to the next to the food hub, the berries. However, my opinion has always been, yes, food is important in early game. However, wood is much more important in feudal age and castle age. And I would always advise dropping it next to a wood line, like a large wood line, like as the Sleeping Goose has done here. Oh, they changed up the colors, very interesting. Now the Sleeping Goose is teal. But yeah, Andrew dropped next to the berries, which, I mean, it's fine. The berries is not the best food source. You usually would rather mill this. But again, scouting on Nomad Hubs is always a big deal. You can easily bring in 2 boars from adjacent food hubs. Some maybe you have to get loom for, but yeah, like if you look at the Sleeping Goose TC position here, he's next to 2 boars, so he still gets the benefit of dropping it in the food hub and not having to worry about wood, in mid castle age, as well in feudal age. So, and that's just my opinion. Not everybody has to agree with it.
Yep, Andrew here in chat disagreeing, talking about how he'd rather have the gold hubs, where there is a boar, there's berries, there's hunt, and I can see both arguments. It's just something that we'll have to watch and see how it develops, in my opinion, though. I've seen it work for both situations, and I honestly, the thing that for most nomads that I've played, I feel like going for the corners is always like a really popular strategy, but on Nomad Hubs I feel like the corners equal death. because
Oh yeah.
the hubs are so vastly sporadically spread. It's unique how it's genned every time. It's never looking the same. You have no idea where you're going. So finding a situation where you have some food, some wood, that's the main concern early. It's just, it's one of the interesting maps that I'm glad that I begged Hitch to make one for like 3 months.
There's so much gold on Nomad hubs because on the regular Nomad generation in a 2v2 tiny map, there's only 6 gold, six patches. Yeah. And the general meta there is if you're playing 2v2, no, sorry, 1v1 Nomad, you always want to find all those 6 gold as soon as you can. Yeah. And try to deny it, try to take those. On Nomad hubs, it's a little bit more difficult, and I completely agree with you in the corner thing. I see people playing either Land Nomad or regular Nomad or whatever kind of Nomad. They just they drop their TC in the corner and they easily get cornered, and they have nowhere to run. So definitely dropping in an open, yes, exposes you to more risks in terms of enemy can come from different directions, but you also have more places to run.
Yeah.
Nomad again is all about expansion and taking map control. Securing the gold, securing all the resources, which there's plenty of on this map.
Yeah, and we haven't seen any crazy strategies yet on this map. I haven't seen... The only crazy strategy that I've seen that I've enjoyed watching is... I think it was Weasel went Saracens on this map and abused the market heavily to the point where it actually killed him because he over-abused. But it was
sounds
great.
Like Weasel.
It was so great to see like someone try something that is unexpected, or maybe it was expected, and I'm just not a huge fan of playing Saracens. But like he did it to the point where it honestly like made him suffer so many ways because he just didn't expand his eco, abusing the market so much. So, but there's so many civ choices that come to mind with this map that I feel like. Persians? I mean, this is a random pick for Androoo here. This is not his pick. It was random because he ran out of time, and he's going to use them here. I feel like Persians could be really good at this map.
Yeah, Persians is good. I mean, especially against Lithuanians. It's you got camels, and yes, Persians may not have the best answers to pikemen, but if you force somebody to go pikeman in Castle Age, and with this much gold, it's not usually the best choice.
And it's gonna be one of those situations that I don't think we will ever actually find a meta for this map because there are just too many options. And wait till we have this on team games. This has been set up for team games too, and the team games on this will be even crazier.
Oh yeah, I'll look forward to that. I mean, it's a much more hyped, much more crazier. Land Nomad. Right?
Yeah. It's one of my favorite maps that we have here. It's gonna be very, very interesting to see the dynamics and how this continues to work out. Both players going for barracks already.
Yeah, that is something very much of a surprise for me.
Yeah, and 20 pop up here or 21 pop up for the Sleeping Goose. Pop for both, but I'm guessing Androoo has a little bit more idle time here.
Oh yeah, Androoo has 14 seconds of idle time, while the Sleeping Goose only has 3 seconds. Not the worst, not the end of the world, but those small seconds add up.
Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, I mean it's the players are close.
Very close.
So I know that Androoo should know where his opponent is. Oh no line of sight on that house section.
Oh yeah, it's very close actually. He's so 1 tile away from finding out.
Yep. But we have seen the barracks here for the Sleeping Goose for Andrew's barracks, so he does know. He also sees that house, so
yeah,
has a good idea if his opponent is in the south.
So Androoo is already on gold and has been on for a while. Not sure what he's going to. Is he playing archers or Man-at-Arms? If you're playing Man-at-Arms, the Man-at-Arms should have the militia should have been queued up already. So
Yeah, Man-at-Arms is far too late for both players here.
Yeah.
Looks like it will be a stable and interesting position. The Sleeping Goose drops it right next to the house, so that will be visible.
Yeah.
So no surprises there, and now we have a stable on the opposite side and a blacksmith right away for Androoo. So uptime's pretty similar there. Nothing too surprising. I think both players going into scouts is pretty expected given the civilizations.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, that stable will be delayed. Oh, no, just in time.
Just goes up, but nope. Looks like the Sleeping Goose let off that Ville a little bit too soon. I think he might have been able to take that one out, or been pretty close, but spear out and forward on that stable here already. Sleeping Goose gonna have some spearmen added into the mix already. Now, the real question is, whose map do you like better for this situation? Obviously, both players have access to the additional wood hubs here, but I feel like Andrew's map, he has all this gold right next to this TC, and
Oh yeah.
on the other side, gold is a struggle.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if Sleeping Goose has scouted any gold. I'm checking here. I don't think he has. Or
Yeah.
any gold that's safe in the back.
This is not a situation that you want to find yourself in here.
Well, you know what? To be honest, all these gold hubs are all next to each other on one side of the map.
Yeah.
I mean, that, again, Nomad, that's just, you know, you never know about this. The Nomad has like a big luck factor involved. But you play the map, you know, you play the game, you play the map as well. Yeah, you should definitely scout a lot more. He has these sheep just idling.
Yeah, and Andrew actually has walled in his lumberjacks here, and two of them are just stuck. They can't drop off their lumber, which is quite unfortunate. But yeah, I feel like the wonderful thing about all these hubs is you have an idea of what each hub is, but there still is gold around on other hubs. So, and there's other resources as well. So it's not as if we've made it too impossible, where there's only gold on certain hubs, only wood on certain hubs. I feel like that would have been completely imbalanced. But given this, I mean, situation, obviously Andrew is going to have a much better gold life over here, but the Sleeping Goose should be able to find some gold of his own.
Yeah, floating 400 gold already for Andrew. It's yeah, he really needs to pull all those 3 villas back. Maybe abuse the market a little bit. Because gold does nothing at this stage of the game.
Yeah, it felt weird that he was on gold so soon. I thought maybe he was going to go into an archer play, just simply because he was on gold so early, but very interesting.
Oh, maybe this will force him off gold. Blessing in disguise there.
Yeah, possibly. I do like the fact that Sleeping Goose has these vills out here on the hunt still. He has sent more vills, so he is already spreading out his economy, and he's keeping the military numbers in check for Andrew, so that Andrew has to stay home and is unable to pressure his units. So I do like that position here. Forward market even for the Sleeping Goose. Not a strategy you see often.
Yeah, it's an 18-minute market rush.
Yep. Spearman getting some really good value here for the Sleeping Goose as he take out a farm, or 2 farms actually. So pretty significant losses there for Andrew.
Yeah, honestly, Sleeping Goose is really on a clock here because he still has not scouted any gold, and he only has 50. He might never even click up to Castle Age without abusing the market. Even if he gets up, he's not going to be able to make knights or camels. Or rather, just knights. If he doesn't find gold, he could lose the game.
This could be somewhat of a full feudal play here. Look at all these farms he's dropping out here on the side. No gold, only wood, only food eco. I mean,
yeah, that farming eco is so vulnerable. I mean,
oh,
yes, you know.
It doesn't get any more vulnerable than that.
Yeah, and 26 farms in the feudal ages. Does he not know you can place farms on these water terrain?
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe he doesn't. Yeah, they
Yeah,
turn
it's
to rice farms, but
yeah.
they're equivalent to regular farms. So, not sure. Maybe that's something he does not aware of. But I mean, honestly, the archery range is up now for Androoo, so it may be archers.
Yeah, Katos is mentioning you can sell stone, and which Sleepinggoose is going on stone with 2 vills. That's also a weird choice. I mean, it's unless you want to do castle drop, there's no point of going to stone. And you're not Saracens, right? So it's the market abuse isn't going to be as effective.
And it's a shame because there's so much gold near that he just barely missed scouting.
He produced so many scouts, he just really pulled 2 off and then just explore the map, clear it, click anywhere to the map, and he had a good chance of finding gold.
Yeah, it feels really awkward. I mean, I do like what he's doing with his eco here, though. At least he is trying to expand that wall. And again, keeping this military force out in the front of his base here, making it so Androoo feels like he has to keep some sort of military presence here, I think is a pretty big move for himself. But archers and spears coming forward, scouts versus spears not going to do quite as well here.
Sure. Yeah. It's yeah, Kato's also saying, you know, go full light cav play.
Yeah.
Against Lithuanians, you know, there was a video I saw where if you do light cav, you need like 40% more light cav to beat an equally upgraded knight.
Yeah, it feels bad, no matter what. I mean, obviously, if he has the advantage moving into the next stage, feels much better, which he is getting up there significantly faster, it feels like. Andrew's resources look like he needs to click.
Yeah, Andrew needs to click right now.
Yeah,
maybe
he did just
preoccupied.
all of his farm bills, I think, so... No click yet, but every second going to be important here as a defensive archery range comes up, no doubtably for skirmishers.
Yeah, I don't agree with the archer range here. I mean, how many farms is that in the feudal age? It's 26 farms in feudal age. That's way too much. Yeah, skirms isn't really gonna do much. Oh, he has quite a few garrisoned. Never mind.
Yeah, and there's archers are walking under the TC here
Oh yeah,
for Androoo, so this is
terrible.
a massive win here for the Sleeping Gooses. All of the archers will be cleaned up. Spearmen will get cleaned up here shortly as well.
Yeah, it's you can always fight spears.
Yep. So actually, that ends up being a nice transition for him. He will be in Castle Age sooner, and I think we're gonna start to see what.
But what does he make?
Oh, wheelbarrow is the answer. Behind some vills, and he actually has knights coming out, so it looks like he did some market.
God, elite skirms against Persians?
Yeah, that feels a little strange.
Yeah, I mean, Persians just flood knights here. It's
Yeah, I mean, Sleeping Goose getting some vills down here, though. One goes down already, and now vills are fighting, so not the end of the world there. He is gonna have a nice villager lead here.
Yeah,
7.
Yeah, he's at 7 right now. Maybe after with the castle click, it's probably gonna be 10 Vil lead, considering that Sleeping Goose is getting wheelbarrow right now.
Yep. It's a very awkward position to be in, and I think, like you said earlier, he needs to get some scouting in and actually find a gold pile.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's worried about it at all because.
Oh, he is. Look at this forward town center coming from him.
Oh yeah, okay, wow, okay.
And he's sending a lot of bills. He's desperate for the gold.
Yeah, he abused the market to get those 2 knights out, but it's not sustainable.
Yeah, and this town center is not going to be an ideal town center by any means. That gold is going to be pressured. Castle Age is going to be probably just a mangonel and just attack that if it goes up. But I think, did he pull those away? Yeah,
I'm not sure.
He elected not to build it there.
Okay, he going ranges. Full skirms.
Is he going into a full trash build?
Maybe full trash could work. I mean, he is Lithuanians, right? So full trash is not completely unsensible.
Yeah, it feels bad too because a lot of these skirmishers are trapped. He needs to leave this house.
Oh yeah, that happens. That happens. And he deleted the wrong thing. Oh no.
There he deleted that. Okay, we're good. Camels, the choice for Persians, makes sense here. But now the skirmishers, what are they gonna do? No spears here to help defend from this.
Yeah, if Andrew realizes there's so many skirms, he should add in knights instead of camels.
Absolutely. I mean, even the camels will do well. Obviously not as well, but...
Yeah. And in this case, I would recommend dropping another stable. There's only one stable producing. I mean, against skirms it's not a big deal, but if imagine if Thesleepinggoose actually got gold here, one stable is not going to be enough.
Yeah, and it looks like Androoo is going to add knights as well, queued up behind the next camels. So Derek's not in enough numbers here to really get anything out to deal with this, and these skirms will die here shortly.
Oh, is Garrett C16 the Thesleepinggoose here? I think. Yeah, I don't know when you joined the stream, but I was saying on any nomad maps, one of the things you should prioritize is to scout. Make sure you find a lot of the gold locations. Oh, he's not. Okay, never mind. But the point still stands.
Absolutely.
A lot of pro players, you can see them even sacrificing villager time to scout. That's how important it is.
Yeah, and full spearman skirmisher doesn't feel good here. All these vills did run to the south, and he might get lucky and actually find this gold down here finally.
Oh yeah, let's see how lucky he is. Oh no, he walks away. Oh, if he just kept walking on the side, oh, that's so unfortunate.
There, he stays it.
Oh, okay.
Finally,
okay,
that last vill.
He got it. He got it.
But will he notice? He notices, yes. Okay, mining camp on its way up, so he'll feel better about his position, hopefully. And going spearman here, not ideal. Obviously, he needs to have pike at this point, as he's finally clicked that. So.
Yeah, he had to sell some stone to even click pikeman there.
Yeah.
That's how rough it is.
He's gonna need to get a castle up soon on this Farabiko. This Farabiko gets hit, it's over. It's GG.
Yeah, with Andrew here again, it's I would have liked to see the second stable, if not the second TC.
He does have a second stable, sir.
Oh, maybe I missed it. Oh yeah, it's okay. It's hiding behind the gate.
Yep. I mean, one TC all in and knights, two stables, not a bad position at this point. He continues to add archers as well, so maybe thinking about going into crossbows.
Yeah, archers against the Lithuanians is a bit sus there.
Oh, absolutely. It feels bad, but given Commanderon, maybe that's kind of in the back of his head, which a lot of people really love that tech. I think it's kind of a garbage tech, but
yeah, it's the Commanderon. It's
so
people
situational.
Trash bow, but the crossbows without bracer, it's a castle-ish unit.
Yep.
Right, sure they are cheap, but they still die to a lot of things.
Absolutely. And I mean, obviously, like, if you get down to a game where it's only a wood game, it's going to be nice to have those, I suppose. But I haven't found a situation where I feel like that tech is worth it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
right,
it is better than
up.
boiling oil, at least.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, trash bow is just a little bit more viable than, you know, war elephants.
Yeah, yeah. I honestly think that when they nerfed Persians and took that Dark Age speed away, that hurt them a lot.
Yeah, but before that, Dark Age TC working faster, that was so OP, I believe.
It was, but I don't know. They still feel too weak. I've always been hopeful Persians will have a great Civ one day, and I just feel like they're like a mid-tier Civ at this point.
Yeah, Persians is still good. I still like to play Persians. It's just the they are kind of weak against pikemen, which turns me off a little bit.
Yep. It's nice to see Thesleepinggoose is sending vills to the north as well at this time, so he's definitely decided to head out and look for more resources, and he's found some stone in the north that he's gonna actually TC.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think Androo's giving him way too much time here. He hasn't been able to do enough damage here. He's taking out archery ranges.
Definitely. Yeah, one thing, you know, if to get more vision, Thesleepinggoose should definitely research Town Watch here. That could help him out a lot.
Yeah, either that or get a couple scouts out on the field and send them to every corner and up and down every side, something. Chainmail armor coming in here, so these pikemen will have another defensive upgrade on them. And this pikeman number is starting to get pretty scary. It's just a few scorpions here, so a lot of vills coming forward here as well for Androoo. Is this a forward castle? Yep, forward castle just in front of his base to secure it. Not a bad position whatsoever.
Yeah, that's a good castle. Could set up for later Treb Wars, but I don't know if we'll get there.
The pikemen are in such a bad position.
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
Not fighting very well either here.
Well, it is an okay trade, I feel.
Yeah, but the GG comes in.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate, you have to say, for Thesleepinggoose here.
It is. I feel like this is just an early GG because he's frustrated at this point, which I can understand. But he does have some gold, and like you said, Town Watch. He probably would have seen at least some more gold.
Yeah.
Keep him in this. But full trash for Lithuanians is a fine option. I mean, if he would have taken a better fight here, he could have cleaned everything that Androoo has. So, just that taking it in between the trees is what hurt him. The Scorpions did an immaculate job there.
Oh yeah, the positioning. Yeah, with siege weapon positioning matters so much, and that was a really tight corner for all these pikemen to be.
Yeah, absolutely. But Androoo taking the set 2-0 here against the Thesleepinggoose. Congratulations. And good luck to you next. Thank you for participating, Thesleepinggoose. Funky, it was a pleasure having you this evening.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's a great experience for me to cast games as well as play some.
Yeah, there's been a lot of great feedback from you guys in the Discord as well regarding casts, so really appreciate it, guys. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's been a lot of work, a lot of time and effort gone into it, but I'm glad everyone seems to be enjoying it. But we'll be back tomorrow with some more games. I have some more sets already turned in, and we'll continue casting as much as we can. Androoo giving a tier 1 sub. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Hypes in chat. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Just so you know, the YouTube uploads will also be delayed a bit for this, and then you're gonna get a bunch of them day after day after day. So, other than that, any closing remarks, Funky?
Not much from me, but you know, again, thank you for hosting this tournament. I'm sure it's a lot of work, but it'll be very rewarding. Thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to be back sometime soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me know when you're free, and we'll go from there. But GG's, everyone. Thank you guys for all hanging out, and thanks for the sub again, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.